If you're over 60 and you feel tired all the time, not sleepy, but drained, like your battery never fully charges, there's something you should know. That fatigue might not be just aging. It might be a vitamin deficiency that most doctors don't routinely test for. Today, I'll tell you which vitamin it is, why it's so common after 60, and how to know if you're low. Let's begin. Here's a number that caught my attention. Around 20% of adults over 60 are deficient in vitamin B12, 1 in 5, and many more are in the low normal range, not deficient enough to trigger alarm, but low enough to feel it every single day. The tricky part: B12 deficiency doesn't announce itself with obvious symptoms. It creeps in slowly. You feel a little more tired, a little more foggy. You assume it's just age, but it's not. It's fixable. If this kind of practical information resonates with you, consider subscribing. We post content like this every week. So why does B12 become a problem after 60? Think of your stomach like a lock, and B12 like a key that needs to get through. When you're younger, the lock works fine. You eat foods with B12. Your stomach processes them. The vitamin gets absorbed into your blood. Simple. But as you age, that lock gets rusty. Your stomach produces less acid. The lining thins out. And suddenly, even if you're eating plenty of B12, your body can't absorb it like it used to. The vitamin passes right through. This is why you can eat well, take a basic multivitamin, and still be low. It's not about what goes in, it's about what gets absorbed. And here's why this matters for your energy. B12 is essential for making red blood cells. Those cells carry oxygen to every part of your body. Less B12 means fewer healthy red blood cells. Fewer red blood cells means less oxygen reaching your muscles, your brain, your heart. And that shows up as fatigue, the kind that sleep doesn't fix. The other thing B12 does is protect your nervous system. When levels drop to low for too long, you might notice tingling in your hands or feet, balance problems, even memory issues. These are signs that shouldn't be ignored. So how do you know if you're low? The only reliable way is a blood test. You can ask your doctor specifically for a B12 level. It's not always included in routine panels. If your result comes back below 300 picograms per milliliter, most experts consider that low, even if the lab report says normal. The reference ranges in those reports are often too broad. If you're finding this helpful, hit subscribe. There's more practical content coming. Now, what do you do if you're low? There are three main options. First, food sources. B12 is found in animal products: meat, fish, eggs, dairy. If you eat these regularly and you're still low, absorption is likely the issue, and food alone won't fix it. Second, sublingual supplements. These are tablets or drops that dissolve under your tongue, bypassing the stomach entirely. This is often the most practical solution for mild to moderate deficiency. Look for methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin. Both work. A typical dose is 1000 micrograms daily, but check with your doctor. Third, B12 injections. If your levels are very low or you have absorption problems, your doctor might recommend monthly shots. These deliver B12 directly into your muscle, guaranteeing absorption. One thing to know: B12 is water-soluble, so your body doesn't store excess amounts for long. This isn't a fix-it-once-and-forget-it situation. It requires ongoing attention. So let's bring this back to daily life. If you've been feeling tired for months, not the tiredness after a bad night, but a persistent, low-grade exhaustion, don't just accept it as normal aging. Get your B12 tested. It's a simple blood draw. If you're over 60, eating less meat than you used to, or taking medications like metformin or acid reflux drugs, both of which can reduce B12 absorption, you're at higher risk. Pay attention. And here's something important. Energy isn't a luxury. It's not about having the stamina to run marathons. It's about having enough in the tank to do what matters to you. To visit your grandchildren. To take a walk after dinner. To think clearly during a conversation. That's what's at stake. The good news is that when B12 deficiency is the cause, improvement can happen within weeks of starting supplementation. People often describe it as a fog lifting. Colors seem brighter. The heaviness fades. This isn't about chasing eternal youth or extreme performance. It's about making sure a simple, fixable deficiency isn't stealing your quality of life. So remember, if you're always tired after 60, it might not be age, it might be B12. 1 in 5 people your age are deficient, and many more are borderline. A simple blood test can tell you, and if that's the issue, fixing it is straightforward. This is what we do here at Keep Doing Life Calm, practical. No hype. If that resonates with you, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.